Hello everyone, my name is Frankie and today we're going to be recreating these Halloween Hello Kitty nails. You may have seen these over on TikTok and Instagram, which would make sense because I posted this video and they did very well on both platforms. So if you've seen this video, hi hello, I am the person who made these. It is going to be a very long video, so if you just want to jump ahead to like the nail art or something, there will be timestamps pinned in the comments, so please check that out. I don't know how to add the timestamps to the video, so it's just going to be in the comments. I'm still very new to the YouTube thing, okay? Sorry. Please like and subscribe, but if you don't want to, that's fine because I'll ask later in the video just in case you change your mind. And I hate long intros, so without further ado, let's get right into making these Halloween Hello Kitty nails. First thing we need to do is set up our station, so I'm going to get my dental bib and get some gloves on and we can get actually started. Okay, we're all ready. This is going to protect my desk and this is going to protect my nails from getting polish on them. Now for the products we're going to need. The first thing is obvious. You're going to need your nails and a nail stand, or if you're doing them on your hand, have them already on. Yeah, first thing we need. For the colors we're going to need, I have a hot pink, a dark red, a neon orange, normal orange, like a pumpkin-y, you know, type of orange. This is this color mixed with some white to get this lighter orange, bright yellow, forest green, mint, very pale green, black, and white. For this set, this is the builder gel that I'm using. It is this Be Beauty builder gel in a bottle, BG04 as the color, I guess. Yeah, you don't have to use builder gel, you can just use your base color. I usually use Picnic for 2 if I just want to do a base color, but we're going to be doing builder gel today. Step 1 is to buff out the nail tips. The reason you want to do this is so that you can prep the tips to be able to adhere to the gel. If you don't prep them and you leave them smooth and glossy like this, the gel can peel right off of the nail. So we want to make sure that we are chemically etching or buffing to make sure the gel clings on. Now they're all prepped and ready to go, nice and matte and scraped up. But I also have this set. I did this one over on TikTok, so if you are more of a short form type of person, you can go check out my TikTok of me making these. I think I'm also going to post it as a YouTube short, but yeah. I'm going to use this as my reference so that it can know exactly what I'm doing. So I have it set right in front of me with vanilla. Hi vanilla. Now we can do our builder gel. If you want to skip ahead to the nail art, you can feel free to do that, but this is for if you want to learn how to actually properly apply builder gel. So let me do it on the pointer finger so it's easier to show. So what I see a lot of people do is just paint on a layer like this and they just leave it at this. This is incorrect. This is not how you apply builder gel. You can see that it is very flat, it gathers at the tip. This is not what you want to do. You don't want to do one single little thing like that. You do want to do a thin slip layer, so we're going to thin all of this out and then we're going to add a bigger glob. So I'm dipping back into my bottle and adding a big old glob at the top, and then you can circle your brush to kind of keep it contained, and then I push it to the cuticle and then go side to side all the way down the nail, and once I get to like 3/4 of the way down, I just start dragging it. Then I'm going to grab my liner brush, my long liner brush. I'm just going to start evening it out. Okay, so this is what we're looking like now. You can tell when I turn it to the side, it's a straight line. There's no like big bumps and ridges, but this is what you're going to want it to look like. And the way that you'll know it's even is it'll have that one straight line of light all the way across, and it's, you know, not too thick, not too thin. Looks very good. I'm going to put my builder gel on the other 4 and I'll be right back. It's very time consuming, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, here we are. All of our base is done for this, and I'm going to use an alcohol wipe and wipe off the inhibition layer. So if you don't know what an inhibition layer is, it is this little weird, tacky, sticky, like it'll feel like your gel isn't cured all the way, but it is, I promise. It's just an inhibition layer, and I wipe it off because if you leave that on and then you're trying to do nail art on top of it, sometimes it can cause the gel to spread out and look not so crispy. So this really helps if you want to keep your lines nice and crispy. So that's what I'm doing, just wiping off the inhibition layer with an alcohol pad. Okay, that inhibition layer is all gone, and you'll notice it looks a little more matte compared to before I wiped it off. But now we're going to go in with the Frenchies. I'm going to use my long liner brush once again, and we're starting with our thumb and doing a white French tip base. And I straight up just like find the middle of the nail, see how thick I want to make it, and then whoo, done. Okay, I'll stop here and then add a little more polish onto my brush and then fill in the sides. This is just to make sure that we're staying as crispy and as exact as we can. And here is how our first French is looking. I need these to be a little thicker so that we have room to do the faces, but I'm going to finish the rest of these and I'll be right back. Okay, we have the French tips done. This one is like a minty, this is the color I use, but it's Peppermint Marshmallow from D&D Diva. It is a green, but it looks almost white on camera, but yeah, white, orange, green, white, white. And now I'm going to do each finger individually, so if you need help with one specific finger, you can check the timestamps in the comment below. So yeah, let's start with the thumb. For our thumb design, we need to start off with our orange stripe. Go to the middle of your French tip and make a thin line to begin, and then you can thicken it up. Now we have our orange stripe done. We can do the yellow, but I'm going to cure this first. Same thing, I'm just going to do this little line first that's next to the orange and then fill the rest of it in. Perfect, now it looks like a little candy corn, so I'm going to cure this once again and we'll come back and do the face. Now we can do the face, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab my tiny little dotting tool. Anytime I do any type of character art, I start with the nose because it helps you find the center of the face. So I'm going to the middle of the nail on the bottom portion of the orange stripe. So I dipped it into my yellow and then I'll go right to there and move it side to side, and that will help you get the little Hello Kitty nose. Using the same dotting tool, I'm going to go into some black polish and I'm going to go on the sides. You're gonna want to go a little wider than you think you need to. Like originally you think you need to go here. No, you need to go like out here. Every time I try to do Hello Kitty, I always make the face so narrow and I always have to erase it like 15 billion times. But we're doing the same thing we did with the nose, but instead of going side to side, we're going up and down because she's just a bunch of ovals when you think about it. Her face is, at least. So here is our thumb. Now we're going to do the pointer finger, which is the mummy. So I'm going to once again grab the long liner brush and go into a gray, which I literally forgot about. Oh my gosh. You also need gray. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but I'm using this gray from Tron Legend. This is Back That Ash Up. And then I'm just going to make some random lines. You can copy the same lines that I'm doing, but you're gonna make lines to act as the wrapping of the mummy. This is what our base for the mummy design is, and then I'm not going to do the faces anymore. If you want to see me do the face, then you can go to the thumb portion, the thumb timestamp, and I do the face there, but for the rest of these nails I'm not going to be doing the faces just because I already did that and it can get repetitive. So here is the base design for the mummy. Now we can work on the middle finger. I don't know if this is supposed to be Frankenstein or a zombie. Let me know what you think it's supposed to be, but it could be either one. But with that same long liner brush, I'm going into the black. And I'm going to go to the side, do one rounded kind of diagonal line, and then 3 small lines on that to create the little stitch, and this one is done. Once again, if you want to see the face, check out the thumb timestamp because I'm not going to do it for every single nail. This one, I'm going to find the center of the nail and then go kind of to the side and just do a rounded line. And then I'll do 2 more on each side. This is how the base design for the pumpkin is. Now for the pinky, which is the Pennywise nail, I'm getting the same long liner brush, this one right here. Also, people ask a lot what brushes I use. I use Beetles brushes as well as Melody Susie brushes. Anyways, we're going to dip into our red, and then about where you think you're going to put the eyes is where you're going to make the lines. You can do them as triangles, however you want. I've seen people do them differently. I just think it gives the same effect and is a lot easier to just do 2 red lines. So this is our pinky design done. We have all of the base designs done. Now, like I said a couple times throughout the video, if you'd like to see how to do the actual Hello Kitty face details, the nose and the eyes, go check out the thumb timestamp because I only did it in the one timestamp so that we could save a little time, but it's the same technique as this for every single one of the fingers. Only difference is the pinky will have a red nose instead of a yellow one. So I'm going to finish all of my faces and I'll be right back. We have all of the faces done, and now we can do the bows. So I'm going to put this aside for a moment because we need to roll out all of our 3D balls. For one hand you need 10 balls, and then for two hands you'll need 20 to start. So I'll get out a glob of it and then roll it into a thin little noodle, and then I'm going to just, you know, cut out what I need. Ta-da! Okay, so now we're just going to add these onto here. My silicone tool, I'm gonna grab the ball. And now when you are making a flower petal or a bow or anything like that, you're going to put most of the pressure onto the tip. Not like right here, but on the very end of it. And I'm going to push to create that point. And then you can start dragging out the sides. And then I'll do that to both of the sides. Now we're just going to repeat this for all of the rest of the nails. While those are curing, I'm rolling out another super thin little thing, and I'm just going to do 5 little pieces from this. If you're doing 2 hands, you'll need 10, but I'm doing 1, so I just need 5. Before we can add our little tiny balls, we need to paint these. So this is going to stay white, and then we're going to do yellow, hot pink, dark green, and red. Now that we have all these bases painted, I'm going to add the little 3D balls. Now we're going to cure this and then just paint them the same color. And bam, they are all done. Well, actually not yet, I'm a liar, but the designs are all done. So now we can top coat. So now we can top coat. A lot of people ask what top coat I use, and I use the Tron Legend, but for today I'm going to be using the D&D top coat. We're all ready to go. Now we can use our 100-180 file, and I'm going to go up and down and make these all very crispy. Okay, we have all of the filing done. They're nice and crispy. So now I'm going to take these off and we can put them on our little card. And our Halloween Hello Kitty set is completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any other questions, please let me know down below. Also, if you guys have ideas for the next video, please let me know. I would really like to see your suggestions. If you guys decided to follow my tutorial and recreate these for yourself, please tag me in your recreations. I would love to see them. Here are all my social media @s that you can tag me at. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!